Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What's up? Good morning and welcome to the Nerd Down for Friday, June 23rd. We're going to be talking some No Man's Sky stuff, and today is actually extra special because we're joined by another No Man's Sky lover and a good friend of mine, Mr. DG Squared, who's going to be discussing a No Man's Sky Racing League, which he has designed himself, known as the IRL. So good morning, DG.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Dylan. First off, I just want to say what a great honor it is being on your show, The Nerd Down. It's just a big honor talking to everybody about what the heck I'm doing out there.
Well, thanks. It's great to have you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that
a
lot.
We've got a lot. There's been a lot going on with No Man's Sky, with like the Portal talk, with other discoveries, the Waking Titan stuff, and everything else. But today we're going to be talking about a nice little, I don't know if you want to call it a lighthearted event or a fun thing that you guys like to host yourself. This is something that you've actually created yourself, though, right?
Yeah, Kelly Monkey and myself are kind of like the founders of the IRL. Mostly Kelly Monkey. I'm just sort of along for the ride, but I've learned a heck of a lot, and we have a hell of a lot of fun. It's mostly all just a bunch of fun and just making it through to the center at the same time, right? There's all kinds of things to do in No Man's Sky. This is just one of the things that I've chosen to do, and hope others will do it as well.
And that's such a cool thing with No Man's Sky, and it's something that I often say as well, is that there's so many things you can do with this game that aren't necessarily written into the game itself. It's not just, collecting resources or building a base or something. You and Kelly Monkey have basically taken something from the game but have given back your own creation and have made something yourselves, which is totally epic. Kelly Monkey is another No Man's Sky streamer as well. I'm going to have the description for DG Squared and for Kelly Monkey's Twitch in the description below on my YouTube archive, so anyone watching this on YouTube after the live stream can follow them on Twitch as well. And actually, you both stream at the same time, right, when you do these races?
That's correct. Yeah, we both stream at the same time. We both sort of have a chat party as well, where we can communicate with each other and sort of keep tabs on each other's progress. And that's also linked through to the multi-Twitch. So any viewer can watch both of us at the same time as well, and sort of follow along and see who's where and how far apart we are.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that a lot. So what, for those that don't know, that this is the first time that they've heard of the IRL, what exactly is the IRL?
Okay, well, the IRL is just an abbreviation for Intergalactic Racing League. We just sort of wanted something simple and easy to put up. That's an awful lot of letters every time you're typing it out. So IRL is just nice and easy. And it's just, anybody is welcome to join up. It's an open racing league. And what we do is we race from the core of one galaxy to the core of the next galaxy. And what that entails is at the start, we're at the core of one galaxy at, say, a specific time. We'll use 5 o'clock right now. At 4:59, we'll take a screenshot and post it on Kelly Monkey's community page on PS4. We're working on allowing PC players to post as well, so we're thinking of Amino or something along those similar lines, so that we can keep tabs on the start and finish of the race. So once that photo shot is taken, we can pretty much warp right at 5 o'clock, warp right through the core, land 179,000 light years away from the next core in the next galaxy, do a quick repair job, and fly out of there.
So
that's it.
So basically, anyone that's at I guess anyone who's prepared to leap through a core could potentially join this race with you guys, right? All you'd have to do is you have to be able to, at your specific start time, I guess, be able to jump through a core. So the race actually starts with a core jump, right?
That's correct.
And then you guys, once you land, everything's busted. So you guys start from scratch, and you just take it from there, and basically go from one core jump to the next core jump.
That's
So
right.
I
That's
guess
right.
the good thing too,
And
like you're saying, because PS4 and PC players, you don't really need to like there's no crossplay or anything, but it's not needed because all you have to do is be able to basically race from core to core, and you guys just track each other's times, right?
that's correct. We tried something a little bit different this last weekend. I was not able to make the 5 o'clock start, so Kelly Monkey started and raced. And when I was finally ready, I raced. I think it was like midnight or something. I started, and we basically had time trials, right? So I mean, we kind of have to set a limit of when those time trials would have to start. Like there's got to be a cutoff time at some point. Otherwise, anybody can just start posting times at any time, and it's hard to kind of keep track of any particular race and per se. This one, the next one coming up is the 7th race that we'll be doing. Anybody in any galaxy can do this. I don't care if you're in the 25th galaxy or the first galaxy. If you're interested in doing it, hey, come on out. We'd love to play with you. If you want to stream it too, I'm sure we can figure out a way of having it on multi-Twitch. Right now I think there's only 2 people that you can have on the multi-Twitch, but who's to say you can't have a couple of multi-Twitches? Or I don't always have to stream. That other person could stream along with Kelly Monkey as well. There's endless possibilities with what we're doing, and open suggestions as well on how to improve it. Right now, we've been honing in our skills and creating strategies, and then passing it along to each other and try and sort of beat each other. And I think the original goal was, I think first we wanted to make it in under 4 hours, and that's been beaten. And now we're trying to do it in under 3 hours, which is pretty amazing given the space traveled. It's 179,000 light years plus a core jump.
3 hours, yeah, like core to core. That is incredible.
That's right. Kelly Monkey holds the record at 3 hours and 12 minutes, which is something pretty amazing. I haven't even done ridiculous. That myself. Yeah, my time is, I think my best time is 4 hours and 40 minutes. 4 hours and 40 minutes,
wow.
Or 4 hours and 20 minutes, something along those lines.
Wow.
Which is way off base, but it's still pretty darn fast.
That is. No, I remember having early stream sessions where we would warp for the entire week. And I remember you and I in particular actually thinking, oh, you've gained some good distance this week, But 3 hours from core to core, like that's insane.
Yeah, so it can be done in a single session.
Yeah, there's obviously a skill to it then. Like you guys know what you're doing in order to get those kind of times.
Definitely, we've got some pretty good strategies down.
Can you share any of those tips, or do you guys keep them to yourselves, or do you say you help each other out and things like that too, right? So I'm assuming you guys share strategy.
Yeah, we pass along information that we've learned, and it's kind of like a nice way of keeping things competitive and friendly at the same time. I mean, we're not out to kill each other. We just want to win a race. And it's all for fun, really. It's a great excuse to make it to the center of the universe. And how other way are you going to do it other than just do it? And so we sort of banded together to try and do it together. Every couple of weeks, do a race and see how far we can get.
That's very exciting.
The goal is obviously the center, but that's probably years away at the at what it takes to get there.
So would you be able to run us through, like, do you have any, like, basically from when you punch through that first core to start the race, are you able to give us like maybe a quick rundown of what do you guys do? You just, obviously the first thing to do, I would think, would be to repair your ship.
That's right. You right away, you get that cool scene and you initialize. Right off the bat, I get in my ship and I repair it. And one of the strategies that we've both been using is we'll fly through with a blank ship. It's got nothing but warp drives, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And all we got to do is we just got to do a quick repair job to get us off the ground. So you're looking at 6 Carite sheets and 200 iridium. It's pretty fast. You can have it up and running in probably less than a minute and up in the sky. Now there's a couple of different ways you can go about it. My strategy is a little bit simpler. I'll take that first ship, empty ship for that matter, and I just go through the core. It's all damaged. I fix my launch and my pulse drive, I think is what you need. And then I go right to my freighter and get my first Explorer. Kelly, on the other hand, he does something different. He'll start off with a ship that he's going to actually race with, and he'll go through with a blank ship and build the technology as he's going. Now the question is, how much technology do you build? What technology do you build? Right? There's a ton of resources that are being used when you're doing these races. We're jumping black hole to black hole, which means that something gets damaged every black hole that you hit. It's random, typical RNG game. And so, we sort of figured out a strategy on how to deal with that. I found that a kind of like a 3-to-1 ratio works pretty good. So say you have 3 components to your hyperdrive. I figure a 3-to-1 ratio, so I have 9 pieces of technology installed on that ship. Now, there's no law that says you have to install shields or guns or anything. I use the cheapest tech that I could possibly find, something that uses very, very, very little to repair. Basically, Sigma everything, if I can. And all I need is 9 pieces of tech to stick on there, the cheapest stuff that I can find. And that's what we're doing, right? So a 3-to-1 ratio, and then we just load up on as much resources as we can handle in those 38 slot Explorers, and let the rest, take care of itself. And every time something breaks, we repair and keep on going. We hardly even miss a beat. And with the shortcuts that they've made, I don't even have to access the menu. They've got the quick menu at the bottom. It goes very fast. You can do probably 10,000 light years in 10 minutes very easily. Wow. Very easily, without really even trying. All you got to do is just repair, go.
And for those repairs, you guys are, I'm assuming you guys are keeping a stash of materials on you guys somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you're utilizing freighters. Are you basically keeping
exclusively?
Yeah. Do you keep yourself in space? You don't have to land at a planet and just like, oh my god, I need 500 gold to fix my hyperdrive or something like that, right? I'm assuming you guys have that stuff on hand at your call when needed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have as much resources as we can handle. When you do enough of these races, you sort of figure out a running total of what you're going to need, and then just keep restocking and be ready for the next race. It takes approximately 84, sometimes 85 warp cells to get from one end to the other. The 85th being the first one used when you make the first initial jump, because even though you need a full warp drive tank, you only use one cell, which is kind of weird. But anyways, that being said, 85 warp cells are needed, anywhere from, I've used as little as 24 to as many as 38 dynamic resonators. A crap ton of emerald, gold, and aluminum. Those 3 components are really, really heavy, because when you break down your warp, you got to get that fixed right away. There's no sense jumping if you're not using the maximum potential of your warp drives.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the bonuses that the ships give you.
Right.
So that's right. So what we do is we want continuous space travel. We use our freighters exclusively. No planetary landing unless obviously the absolute worst happens. Once we finally run out of resources on our ship, we'll fly into our freighter, grab the next ship, and just fly right back out again. And it's only until we run out of resources in all our warp-capable ships that it's now time you got to restock. Luckily, we're allowed to have bases on board our freighters, so you can put your storage containers in there and use those. You can use the actual storage that the freighter has. Kelly Monkey's got a 48 slot freighter. Against my lowly little 23 slotter, he can pretty much store anything he wants in that thing, and all he's got to do is go see the captain, take it out, and just be right back out on the into the stars again. And it's that fast, right? As fast as you can speak to that captain, get those resources out of his storage and into your ship, the better. And you just sort of you memorize what stuff you kind of need, you transfer it and go.
So are there any like rules or anything that you can't do, or do you guys is it just core to core by any means necessary?
It's core to core pretty much by any means necessary, but we do sort of follow a basic kind of rules. Like, I mean, we use our explorers. Sometimes we use the hauler because they give war bonuses as well to start out with. That's actually proven to be a really good strategy that Kelly has used. Is he'll start off with that hauler, and he builds as he goes, and it gives off, I think it's a 32% warp bonus, which is still pretty darn good. Mm-hmm. And he just gets rolling right away. So the time, that's a really good strategy, because for me, I go into my freighter and I grab that first ship and I'm right back out. The time that I take to go into my freighter there's a slight waste of time there once he's up and gunning, he's gone. Mm-hmm. He's gone, right? He's hit his first black hole by the time I'm exiting my freighter. So there's little things that you can improve your time a little here and a little there, and that was a really big one where he tweaked a time just enough to get just the absolute maximum out of his initial start, which is something I should probably do myself. But as we say, we're always changing our strategies, and the funny thing is the strategies they change every time an update comes out.
Yeah.
When we first started this, it was like you and I, Dylan, in Hesperius. We were warping like crazy, black hole to black hole, but we were using crashed ships to supply what we needed.
Yeah.
And you and I are experienced at crashed ship hunting, so we never really even worried about carrying resources. We would just hit the planet, get some stuff, and go.
Yep.
It was that fast, right? Now they took all that away, and it's different, right? They gave us freighters. Okay, well, that's great. Now we don't even need to stop at a planet. We can just use our freighters for continuous space travel. That was a huge improvement that we made on the races. And then, of course, since Pathfinder, they gave us a bunch more ships and the class system. Well, the class system has made it so we can go further and faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I mean, I have a really nice 62% warp bonus on one of my explorers. And the downfall of that is it's only a 29 slaughter, but boy, does it make up distance. You're looking at 2,724 light years each jump with that sucker.
Oh, every little bit counts. I mean, with a time like 3 hours and 12 minutes, every second absolutely counts.
That's right. And
Are you guys going to be posting, like, do you guys, right now it's kind of like a fun thing between a couple of pals and stuff. Do you guys want to see this thing grow? Do you guys want it to expand and have it, like, maybe host these things on a weekend basis? Or is it just kind of just a fun thing you guys like to do for now? Or do you see a future where people are actually competing and posting things maybe on the No Man's Sky Amino, or even a website or something like that in the future?
Absolutely. We welcome more players to come and join us and do this. It's right now a lot of people are enjoying the Euclid Galaxy and all the hubs and stuff like that's going around, but eventually they're going to want to start to travel, and they're going to realize, like we did, it's pretty fun to warp, and it's fun to improve your time and to hone your skills and to go further faster. It's kind of addictive in a way.
Oh, for sure.
We like to see so many more players come in and try it. Like we said, we've always mentioned it's an open racing league, so anybody can join. All you got to do is really just sort of follow along when the races are going to take place, and post a screenshot of your starter system where you're right about. It's literally the star that allows you to jump to the center. That's your starting star.
Right.
So you start there, you go through, and your finishing star will be the one that is literally the same type of star. So the star that takes you to the center of the next galaxy is your finishing star, and that's that 179,000 light years. So anybody, if they can post a picture, onto the community, they can easily take part in that, and all they got to do is post it and race just like us. Obviously, computers have mods that you can install, which that's something that we need to sort of figure out, right? Anyone who wants to take part in a race, obviously we don't want those mods to be used because it kind of makes it unfair.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But really, we're open to anybody to come on out there and race. And in the future, I can see it growing for sure. As people will slowly start to get a little bit bored of what's the current excitement in No Man's Sky, and they'll want to explore further, and just like we did.
Yeah,
as they do that, I think we're going to start seeing more people join up with a racing league as an excuse to do it, to get there faster, and it's not like multiplayer, but you're doing it with a friend, so therefore it's kind of a little bit more fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
it goes to show you that there really is always something to do in this game. I mean, even if it's not something, like I say, that's written in the game itself, I just find it incredible that people like yourself and Kelly Monkey are able to do something like this. It just really shows you that there's a lot involved in this game that you can actually put in yourself and get rewarded.
There is, and we've learned a lot. I've got this notebook in front of me here. It's like my No Man's Sky God notebook, and it's got everything. All my notes on the races, the statistics.
You keep very detailed notes of what you guys do in those races. I've seen some of those notes too.
Oh yeah, and it's updated every time. There's an update and stuff. There's a new update. I update it, and there's I got hundreds of pages of notes and coordinates and. It's fantastic. I'm trying to keep a running list of all the galaxies that we've got. We're at number 12 right now.
You're in your 12th galaxy?
We're in the 12th galaxy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. God, they go by in a blur after a little while.
Well, after 3 hours, yeah. That's just wild. I still can't get over that. So anyone out there that's listening to this, you want to take part, or even if you just want to watch, like I say, I'm going to have the description to Kelly Monkey's Twitch and to DG Squared's Twitch below, so you guys can please give them a follow and catch them. If you want to join the 7th race you were saying is coming up?
That's correct.
So the 7th race will be coming
July
up?
1st.
There you go, July 1st. If you either want to watch it or take part in it, by all means, the links will be in the description below. So I want to thank DG for this very, very much for coming on the show. Is there anything else you want to close off with, Deej? Do you want to trash talk Kelly Monkey at all or anything like that, or give a shout out to anybody? No trash talking. He's my buddy. We've been moving through the stars together and sharing bases and just sharing all kinds of information about our races. It's been a real blast. I can't thank you guys enough for watching what we do. Without viewers to watch this stuff, it's not as fun. And for me to join in and take part and have all you guys cheer me on and cheer Kelly on, it's an honor. It's an honor to race and to do it for you guys and to have some fun. And thank you very much for having me on the stream on the Nerd Down. I look forward to more Nerd Downs and other guests and different No Man's Sky talks. Oh no, absolutely. No, thanks for being here, dude. This won't be the last one we do. I'm sure we're gonna have another IRL discussion in the future, and hopefully we can get this thing growing. We'll try and post some things. Obviously in the Nerd League Amino, but do you guys post anything in the NMS Amino at all on your races, or?
No, well, I used to post on the NMS Amino, but it seemed that they had some issues with it, so I've sort of been limiting my posts to the Nerd League Amino.
Okay.
And the Nerd League has always been a great Amino without any worries of, say, duplication or links. Right, links is always a tough one.
Yeah,
right.
I think sometimes too, so, a lot of people don't like posts that contain like Twitch handles and things like that because I guess people think it's self-promoting or something like that. But
It is,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I mean, you've got to get the word out there that there's a race, and we'd love to have people come on over and join with us, and race with us. It's fun, and we learn a whole lot of stuff about, you know, what the game has to offer and what you can do in the game. It's not just, you know, I mean, there's so much to do. You don't have to discover. You could race,
Yeah.
or you can discover and race, or you can do whatever you want. It's such
Exactly.
an amazing game, and the community that's behind this game is absolutely amazing. I don't think I've ever seen such a tight-knit community and groups of communities within the game. It's
Well, I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
pretty amazing to see and to witness and be a part of. Being on here today, just very humbling, and I can't thank you enough for letting me share some of this stuff with you guys.
No, well, thank you again. Thanks for being here. So everyone, like I say, links below for Kelly's and DG's Twitch handles. Join in or watch or just take part July 1st for the 7th IRL. And thanks again, Deej.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great one.
And we'll see
Till
all
next
you.
time.
We'll see all you nerds on the next Nerd Down, as DG would say himself. Until the next time.
Nerd League.
Nerd League Unite.
Right on, you guys. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, all.